Good morning, everybody. I want to welcome you all to IPsoft's second annual Digital Workforce Summit. What we're here to talk about today, quite simply, is the business of AI. At IPsoft, we most certainly have some very strong opinions and insights about what that means, because the fact is, despite all the noise in the market, despite the proliferation of AI vendors, we've been leading the way in enterprise AI for over 20 years. We're delivering autonomic and cognitive AI technology to customers in different industries around the world. This isn't hype. This isn't some pie-in-the-sky vision that we hope will materialize. The business of AI is real and is here. According to Gartner, by 2021, AI will generate $2.9 trillion in business value and help businesses all over the world recover 6.2 billion hours of worker productivity. That is the opportunity in the business of AI that our customers, you, want to capture. In a Cohen & Company study, 81% of IT leaders said they're either currently investing in or planning to invest in AI. Another study by Harvard Business Review showed that 3/4 of business executives believe that AI will substantially transform their companies within 3 years. It's easy to see why then the business of AI is on its way to quickly become the business as usual. Think about the advances in AI in the just last few years. I mean, not just the technology, but more importantly in how companies, businesses, and providers are using it to transform themselves and their industry. In AI technology, machine learning and the use of deep neural networks are allowing AI to grow smarter and to train and teach itself faster than a human at exponential rates. It's allowing customers in all kinds of industries to develop new turbocharged decision-making models and algorithms. For example, ING unveiled an AI bond trading tool to forecast bond price quotes. In its initial rollout, ING recorded a 25% reduction in trading costs and faster decisions on 90% of trades. Today's AI technology takes advantage of the massive amounts of data being generated by consumers and organizations every day, mapping and learning how a set of inputs lead to a specific set of outputs. Or put another way, if you're a business leader, AI is exponentially improving how to predict specific business problems, issues, and situations, and then match those with the best solution. Let me give you an example. McKinsey cited one European power distribution company that reduced its cash costs by 30% over 5 years by changing its maintenance patterns based on AI analysis of 20 data variables to determine the overall health of power transformers. AI is even predicting parts failures and prioritizing repairs for the company based on faults that, cause the most disruption. The other major advances in AI technology are coming from how AI interacts with humans, how it looks, sounds, acts more human through the use of digital colleagues like Amelia. This is real, guys. We've built Amelia so she can have real-time responses to customers' inquiries based on more than 60 real human reactions. Different kinds of stimuli. Voice and speech recognition have also come a long way, and millions of consumers are using voice assistants. A Stanford University study found that speech recognition is now about 3 times as fast, on average, as typing on a cell phone. And error rates, obviously, are now dropping quickly. As I said, the technology advances in AI in just the past few years have been tremendous. And you'll be hearing about our own AI and our own advances and innovations throughout today's event. However, the truly exciting prospect is for how AI is transforming industries and the potential that has yet to be realized in areas that just a few years ago would have been, unthinkable. I mean, just this week, there was a story in the news about an AI-powered weed-killing robot. It's agriculture. I mean, this robot is solar powered. This guy can operate in fields for 12 hours without an operator. It can recognize weeds versus crops and deposit herbicides in the right spots. Think about the implication of that. I mean, this solution uses 20 times less herbicide than traditional farming. And the traditional farming, they're spraying entire fields. That doesn't do that. I mean, all kinds of retailers. Look at retailers. They're looking at AI in creative ways to reduce costs, grow revenue, improve customer experience. In fact, many of our customer engagements and conversations, they center on that business challenge, using AI to improve the customer experience and differentiate the competition. One German online retailer, for example, uses an AI application that is 90% accurate in forecasting what the company is going to sell over the next 30 days. I mean, the forecasts are so reliable that the company now builds inventory based on that forecast. The result is the customer searching for what they want. They're not disappointed that an item is unavailable or it's out of stock. I mean, the deliveries are faster and the returns are reduced. Let's look at the insurance industry. We do a lot of work in the insurance industry where we have a great deal of experience. And it's under a great amount of pressure to digitize their operations. The McKinsey Global Institute says that overall top digital insurers, I mean the ones that have made digital investments, have reduced costs while almost doubling their growth. And insurers want to keep that pace, obviously using AI. One leading insurer, one of our customers, and don't take my word for it, you could literally go to the Wall Street Journal and we have a huge article on it, is using Amelia as what we call a whisper agent for their customer service employees. We've all had the experience of calling our insurer with policy question or needing to file a claim, right? I mean, if you had a question that a customer service agent could not answer, you would be put on hold for God knows how long. And the agent would then come back on the line and maybe they had the information or answers you need, maybe not. Or you might need to be transferred to another agent to find that the information or input your data. In the end, it's frustrating. It's time consuming for everyone. You've got the agent that has not done their best job. Maybe they woke up the wrong side of the bed and a customer feels like their needs were not addressed. Now, this is how the business of AI comes into play when a digital colleague like Amelia enters the equation. For our insurance client, when a customer calls in, Amelia, through her conversational interface, leads the agents through step-by-step procedures on a variety of support issues, on policy details, policyholder information, etc. I mean, she even listens in the background and she learns how to solve that issue in the future. And instead of putting a customer on hold to look at databases or spreadsheets or transferring a customer to another coworker, the agents can ask Amelia questions via chat and work together to find a solution. For our client, Amelia has worked with agents on more than 3 million calls. That's 3 million calls, ladies and gentlemen, and lowered average call duration from 4.6 to 4.2 minutes. Now, that may sound small, but when you're dealing with millions of customers, every second counts when it comes to providing high-quality customer service. Since this insurer hired Amelia as their digital colleague, 75% of inquiries have been solved during the first call, compared with 67% prior to her hiring. And here's another metric. 99% of this client's agents who worked with Amelia said they were completely satisfied with their interactions with her. That's where we're headed, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at the government. Amelia is helping veterans file their disability paperwork more easily, so veterans and their families can receive their compensation faster. The disability form that veterans need to file is 10+ pages long. It is complex. Veterans must provide personal information, details of the military service, descriptions of their disabilities, and if necessary, a whole bunch of other forms. If a veteran enters information incorrectly or is unable to accurately classify their disability, it can slow down the claims process substantially and their benefits are going to be delayed. Amelia walks veterans step by step through the form. She helps these guys accurately classify their disabilities, determine the most appropriate benefits for their needs. And you know what she then does? She then files the necessary paperwork and will keep, these filers informed throughout the process. This is a solution that really helps the government. You know why? Because it otherwise takes them more than 2 years to train a human staff on the same disability process. Hiring Amelia gives them a scalable AI-powered resource that shortens filing times, saves costs, and ultimately gets compensation in the hands of veterans more quickly and gets them better care. This is the business of AI. This matters. Let's look at banking. Financial institutions are expected to spend $519 billion on IT this year. Much of that is aimed at keeping up with changing customer, tastes. Banks and financial institutions are rethinking, they're redesigning every single interaction that touches their customers. You have banks like Bank of America investing $3 billion in AI to create their own AI virtual assistant. You got Citibank making AI a priority in 6 global innovation labs. You've got others making investments in AI like BNY Mellon to improve the processing times with an eye towards more advanced cognitive AI functions. We at IPSoft just announced that we're expanding a relationship with BBVA, the largest banking group in Spain, and they're hiring Amelia to launch new products and enhance its overall customer experience across their business. We have other banking customers that have hired Amelia as a digital colleague to handle, for example, credit card disputes. In the past, this would be a time-consuming process, right? You call your bank, you speak to an agent. First, you need to prove who you are. Then you provide a laundry list of details about, the charge. Then the agent needs to locate the charge, or maybe transfers you, or she transfers you to someone who can. Then maybe you had to repeat all of that information you already told the initial agent. And then the bank needs to verify that with you to indeed that you did not make that purchase. And on it goes, right? Not easy. Working in the business of AI with Amelia makes this entire process seamless. And because of the human way that Amelia can interact, it makes it less stressful. She can also make it easier for bank employees and fraud investigators to do their jobs. For one of her banking clients, for example, when customers call in, they're connected to Amelia, who gathers and organizes all of the necessary information. Then she submits that dispute claim, so a hold can be put on the card immediately. Amelia can assure callers that the bank will investigate their claims quickly. She presents that information then to security experts in a complete and coherent fashion. And meanwhile, she keeps customers in the loop with emails about their dispute every step of the way. That's how things are going to roll, guys. Amelia also has the ability to monitor, suspicious charges and can put on hold an account before even the customers have to report the problems. This is all happening right now. This is real. After our banking client hired Amelia, she quickly scaled to handle claims at a 90% accuracy rate. Now let's look at something that everybody's interested in. Our fundamental right, healthcare. Healthcare, ladies and gentlemen, presents some of the most important and best opportunities in AI to not only make providers, businesses, and organizations more efficient, but to help them literally make people's lives better. According to our partner, Accenture, and you're going to hear from Paul Dougherty, the Chief Technology Innovation Officer of Accenture, the ending keynote for today. Please stick around. Cognitive AI health, according to Accenture, is expected to reach $6 billion by 2021. That's cognitive. The potential is fantastic, it's far-reaching. Dermatologists are using AI and machine learning for the early detection and classification of skin cancer. And so far, studies have shown that AI can do just as well as doctors and providers in many cases. In fact, the industry has only scratched the surface when it comes to using AI in enhancing diagnostic accuracy. Memorial Sloan Kettering Institute, one of the world's largest cancer institutes, use only 20% of the available trial-based knowledge when diagnosing cancer patients and prescribing treatment. AI applications could sift through all of that knowledge to aid doctors in diagnosis and treatment. right now. And we have David Champeau, our head of global cognitive health. Please say hi to him. He's been, talking to a variety of discussions with hospitals and providers and healthcare organizations for use cases such as health, insurance, member management, or hospital operations, or, patient care navigation. By the way, patient care navigation in particular is one with acute needs. As people are living longer with chronic conditions, especially our elderly. Chronic conditions such as hypertension, heart disease, cancer, diabetes, obesity, arthritis. Chronic condition management represents 86%, ladies and gentlemen, of the $3.4 trillion healthcare spend in the United States, and is increasing fast in almost all healthcare systems globally. This is real, 86%. Overall, AI could be one of the best things to happen for the care of our chronically sick and the elderly populations, while helping providers to reduce the overall costs. A digital colleague like Amelia could be used to help at-home elderly manage their medical appointments, their medicine regimens, and even report at-home, tests such as blood pressure back to their providers. This would provide a higher level of care, but also take the burden off of the doctors, nurses, and caregivers, as we all know, are overburdened with administrative tasks. Amelia, ladies and gentlemen, could change the face of public health and poverty globally. In conclusion, as the business of AI takes hold, these use cases I'm talking to you about, they're multiplying every day throughout industries. The business of AI influences how we design, how we implement, and talk about Amelia. We call her our digital colleague, and you're going to be learning much more today about how she works and the difference that she's making with our customers. She's much more than a chatbot and way more than a voice assistant. She is a cognitive AI digital colleague. Her brain is modeled after the human brain. So she thinks, interacts, even detects emotion like a human. In our view, she's the embodiment of the business of AI and everything that makes us human because of how she can make a business run better, more efficiently, and provide superior customer experience in a human way. In a human way. She allows humans to be humans.